On February 4th, 2023, at 2:39 in the afternoon, a United States Air Force pilot climbed his aircraft to 58,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean and fired a single missile. The target was a Chinese surveillance balloon. The weapon was an AIM-9X Sidewinder. The aircraft was an F-22 Raptor. It was potentially the highest altitude air-to-air kill in the history of aviation. It was the first hostile shoot-down over American territory since World War II, and it was over in less than a second. The pilot's call sign was Frank, deliberately chosen to honor First Lieutenant Frank Luke Jr., the Arizona balloon buster of World War I, the direct ancestor of the 27th Fighter Squadron. Some traditions die hard, but here's what I want you to understand. That F-22 first flew in 1997, it entered service in 2005, and as of today, 20 years later, no nation on Earth has built a fighter aircraft capable of defeating it in air-to-air combat. Not Russia, not China, not anyone. 20 years, 0 losses, 108-0 in exercises against America's own best jets. Today, we find out exactly why. Let's start with the physics. The F-22 is powered by two Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines, each producing 35,000 pounds of thrust. Together, they push this aircraft past Mach 2, roughly 1,500 miles per hour. It can cruise supersonically above Mach 1.5 without afterburner, conserving fuel while flying faster than most adversaries can even briefly achieve. But raw speed is not the Raptor's primary weapon, stealth is. The F-22's radar cross-section is estimated at roughly 0.0001 square meters, approximately the size of a marble. An F-15 Eagle presents 25 square meters to radar. A conventional fighter looks like a barn door. The F-22 looks like a marble rolling through empty space. A radar that detects a conventional fighter at 300 kilometers would not detect the F-22 until roughly 18 to 27 kilometers. At that distance, the Raptor has already launched its weapons. This is what planners call first look, first shot, first kill. It is not a marketing phrase. It is a doctrine engineered into every surface of this aircraft. The stealth comes from integrated design, not a single coating. Serpentine engine inlets completely hide the compressor fan blades from incoming radar. Two-dimensional exhaust nozzles reduce both radar reflection and infrared signature. A gold film canopy prevents radar bounce off the pilot's equipment. Panel edges are aligned at precisely controlled angles, so any return is predictable and minimal. 30 separate antennas are blended invisibly into the airframe. The AN/APG-77 radar, an active electronically scanned array with 1,956 transmit-receive modules, detects targets at an estimated 125 to 200 nautical miles. More importantly, it operates in low probability of intercept mode, frequency hopping in milliseconds, beam steering in microseconds, transmitting so briefly that enemy warning receivers struggle to detect it. The F-22 can look at you without you knowing it's looking. But the most impressive sensor is the ALR-94, a purely passive electronic warfare suite that detects enemy radar emissions and radio transmissions at ranges exceeding 250 nautical miles. No transmission required. The F-22 frequently knows exactly where you are before its own radar even activates. Finally, sensor fusion. 7 to 9 data sources, radar, passive EW, missile launch detectors, data links IFF are integrated in real time into one unified tactical picture. A fourth-generation pilot manually fuses separate displays under extreme stress. The F-22 pilot does not. The aircraft builds the picture, the pilot acts on it. That is the real reason the kill ratio is 108 to 0. Now, let's talk about what the F-22 has actually done. September 22nd, 2014, the opening night of Operation Inherent Resolve. F-22S flew the first American combat sorties over Syria. In the months that followed, 204 sorties, 270 bombs, approximately 60 targets. 19 years after its first flight, the Raptor finally went to war. During a 2018 combat surge, F-22S flew 590 flights and logged 4,600 hours. And in that same period, they reportedly deterred 587 enemy aircraft. 587 aircraft that turned around the moment they were told an F-22 was already on their wing. There is one story from that era that tells you everything you need to know. March 2013, Persian Gulf airspace. An Iranian F-4 Phantom was closing on a US surveillance drone. Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Sutterfield flew his F-22 completely undetected beneath the Iranian jet, inspected its weapons load, evaluated the crew's behavior, then eased alongside and radioed on the guard frequency. 4 words: "You really ought to go home." The Iranians departed immediately. The F-4 crew never knew the Raptor had been there. Then came February 2023, 3 confirmed air-to-air kills in 10 days. The Chinese surveillance balloon off South Carolina on the 4th, an unidentified object over Alaska on the 10th, a third over Canada's Yukon on the 11th, 3 AIM-9X Sidewinders fired, 3 hits, the F-22's career air-to-air record 3 for 3, career combat losses 0. Now, the competition. Because the full picture requires honesty about what adversaries have built. Russia's Su-57 Felon. Russia ordered 76 aircraft in 2019. As of early 2026, an estimated 25 to 32 have been delivered, a production rate of roughly 4 to 8 per year against a stated target of 20. Every single operational Su-57 flies with interim engines, not the purpose-built Isdalai 30 the aircraft was designed around. That engine is still in testing. Without it, the Su-57 cannot achieve reliable supercruise. At the 2024 Zhuhai Air Show, international observers photographed hundreds of non-flush screws and visibly misaligned panels on the aircraft. These are not cosmetic flaws, they are radar reflection points. The frontal cross-section is estimated at 0.1 to 0.5 square meters, 1,000 to 5,000 times larger than the F-22. In Ukraine, Su-57s have operated exclusively from Russian airspace, launching standoff weapons without entering contested zones. China's J-20 Mighty Dragon is a more serious story. At the September 2025 Changchun Air Show, open-source serial number analysis confirmed the 300th J-20 had been produced. Current production rate, an estimated 70 to 120 aircraft per year. The Royal United Services Institute projects China could field 1,000 J-20s by 2030. The United States has 143 combat-coded F-22s 143. If those projections hold, that is a 7-to-1 numerical disadvantage in the Indo-Pacific. The J-20's stealth is genuine, but its frontal cross-section is estimated at 100 to 3,000 times larger than the F-22s. Its sensor fusion software is less mature. The WS-15 engine, reportedly more powerful than the F-119, is now appearing on production aircraft, but reliability at scale is unproven. 4 core gaps still separate the F-22 from both rivals. All aspects stealth designed from a clean sheet rather than adapted. 2 decades of operational sensor fusion refinement, proven supercruise, and emission control discipline that allows the aircraft to fight while barely radiating. Russia cannot close these gaps quickly. China is closing them slowly. The timeline is what drives American planning. The fragility and what comes next. Here is the number that should concern you. The F-22 program was originally planned for 750 aircraft, then cut to 648, then 442, then 339, then 277. In April 2009, Secretary of Defense Robert Gates capped it at 187, arguing the post-Cold War threat environment didn't justify the cost. The production line closed, tooling was destroyed, over 1,000 subcontractors dissolved. RAND estimated that restarting production today would cost $10 to $17 billion before a single new aircraft rolled out. Of the 195 aircraft built, approximately 143 are combat-coded today. At any given time, roughly 81 to 95 are mission-ready. General David Alvin, Chief of Staff of the Air Force, March 2025. The F-22 is currently the finest air superiority fighter in the world. The Heritage Foundation's 2026 Index, America's air superiority capability is severely strained. General David Depchula of the Mitchell Institute, exceedingly fragile. RAND, geographic proximity, gives China significant advantages in any Indo-Pacific conflict, and sustained air dominance at the outset is not guaranteed. The answer the Air Force has given is the F-47. Boeing won the Next Generation Air Dominance contract on March 21, 2025. A combat radius exceeding 1,000 nautical miles, more than double the F-22. More advanced stealth, Mach 2 plus speed. Native integration with drone wingmen that multiply the pilot's effectiveness across a distributed battle space. At least 185 aircraft planned, alongside over 1,000 drone wingmen. First flight expected in 2028. Fielding early 2030s. which means there is a window, a gap between now and the mid-2030s when the F-22 must carry the full burden of American air superiority, 143 aircraft, against a growing adversary force. That window is what should drive every budget decision made in the next decade. The F-22 Raptor is still the finest air superiority fighter ever built. No adversary aircraft has ever shot one down. No adversary radar system has reliably tracked one in operational conditions. No adversary pilot has beaten one in an exercise under realistic rules of engagement. 108-0, 3 for 3 in 2023, 20 years of zero losses. But air superiority is not a permanent condition. It is a perishable one. It must be maintained through investment, production, and political will. And right now, that record is being tested not in the sky, but in budget meetings and procurement decisions. The F-22 era is ending. The F-47 era is coming. The question is whether it arrives before the gap becomes consequential. I'm watching those numbers closely. I suggest you do too.